The Ozark Shootout consists of 3 challenges: most crappie caught, biggest 5-fish bag, and the biggest crappie caught. In today's contest, Mike McMurray takes on Jordan Sanders, Dylan Gossett, and Lamar Bunting. We're back with the Ozark Shootout here on Yucatan Lake, Challenge 3, where Mike will be taking on Lamar Bunting. All right, here we are, Ozark Shootout, challenge number 3, where Michael is taking on Lamar Bunting in the biggest crappie caught. Now we've changed locations. Michael, tell us a little bit about this location.
Well, it's access to a little deeper water here, and then the deeper water comes in a little bit closer in, and there's a lot of fish in the area.
Now, don't tell them too much.
Okay.
Yeah. Lamar, how do you like fishing deep water?
I hate it. It's not my thing. So hopefully he just kind of stage it up out here to go shallower is what I'm hoping.
All right, well, here we go. Biggest crappie caught in an hour, and the timer starts now. Let's go, gents.
I'm going this away.
Pull his power cord off.
Well, I'm gonna break some rods first. All right, so far I'm down 1,000.
About to be worse. Oh, Mike done tell me he needs new boat tires on his trailer.
Oh, $1,500 plus the 1,000 he's already got in his pocket would do him all right, I guess.
That's nice tires.
That's right, some nice tires.
Real nice. That's the alligator.
I don't know about this alligator stuff, man.
Yeah, you don't worry about it.
I was watching a TikTok, made me think I need to be worried about it.
There's another one right there.
Oh, yep, there's baby right there. Oh, I was gonna say, oh, I thought he was easing down on it.
Hook setting, missing.
So it comes.
Look. There we go.
Got him?
Yeah, that's a perch too, I think.
Oh, one on.
If it is, he's a big one. That's a gar. I'm thinking that's a gar. Hold up. What was it? Catfish. Okay.
Catfish.
Ooh,
Catfish came off.
So bad now.
Shoot, we done went and got LJ sweating back here.
Oh, catfish.
Oh, let's separate LJ from some of that money.
Yeah.
You already done that.
Let's do that.
Yeah, but we greedy today.
Yeah, we greedy. I'm not greedy. I'm happy anyway. But I'll take some more.
Breaking into 14 feet of water now. What's your ideal fishing depth, Lamar? Where do you like to live?
20 foot or less.
20 foot or less?
Mm-hmm. That's what I like. It's my happy spot, 20 foot or less.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Gar.
There he goes. Gar on and off.
Seen some under there, he wouldn't be fishing for.
They under there, I know they.
How deep are they, Lamar?
Right now you ain't seen nothing but gar.
I knew I'd talk one of y'all out of some info. See, it's a good thing to make them think we're being all friendly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you'll be friendly. You get this 1,500, you probably buy LJ dinner, wouldn't you?
Sure would.
Boy, he didn't hesitate.
He need to come on the house and let me cook him a big old mess of gar now. That's what he needs to do.
That'd be a first.
Yeah, you'd like it.
Not worth messing with. You can have them. Lamar said you can have them.
He's trying to trick you into leaving.
No, he'll find out why.
Yeah, I know why.
Keep feeding the minnows.
Game of deception.
I know why. Is that up? That's up.
Oh, I almost told you to set the hook. I thought it came up.
I did too. I thought it came up. That's that wasn't a gar. It might have been a goose, but it wasn't a gar.
And the birds are just chirping, sun's shining. Now we just need the fish to be biting or to find some fish, period.
Oh, watch him.
I see it.
He's down.
Come on, baby. Oh, man.
You know, guys, the greatest part about this challenge is if something happens, there's no fish caught, then Mike wins on an automatic deep call.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop writing the rules as you go.
He's right. I think he's right.
I'm on Team McMurray right now.
I couldn't even get away from him fast enough.
Take some of that, Lamar.
That's what's in there.
Don't let go of that jig. If you do, take it with you. We need him retying or something. Any downtime, help us.
So what we're seeing is a ton of trash fish. Gar left and right, and when it's not a gar, it's a drum.
Mike definitely setting us up for failure as he put us like right in the middle of a ton of trash fish. So as we're finding the big fish, every signal that he stops on turns out to be the wrong fish. But that's all right, because all we need is one. We just need one big beauty.
One big beautiful gar. That's what you need.
So we're gonna play the game of cover and water?
We ain't gonna sit in there and, I mean, pick through something that don't exist. I mean, he's hoping to pull in there on their brush pile and hope there's one crappie buried down in their brush pile that he can float them in on, and that's just not what we do. That's definitely a strategy for sure, because he took us in a hole where there was nothing but rough fish, no doubt. So
he's got 60 minutes to luck into one.
Exactly. We're gonna put luck in our hands, and if we're gonna die doing what we do, and that's not fish for gar. So we're gonna put our head down and cover some water, and like I said, we're looking to put the right fish on the screen, and we're gonna sit out here and see if we can't put the right fish on the screen. Being buried up in that brush pile, he very well may luck into luck into one. And the reason why they'd be there is because they're basically hiding from them big old gar floating around there wanting to eat them. But the crappie we're looking for, she'll sit right out here in the middle of these gar because she's done got big and got some age on her and some size, and she's not really scared of the gar because she's turned into a bigger fish herself.
Right.
Normally when you catch them fish out of them brush piles like that, they're a lot smaller grade fish, and they're in there for protection and hide from those bigger fish, and definitely them predator fish. I mean, it's absolutely full of rough fish.
This lake is full of all kinds of wildlife. We've seen an otter, alligators, gar, of many species.
Yeah, it's definitely full of everything for sure. But the good thing is I've got 60 minutes to find a fish. So we're going looking for a fish.
Well, right now I'm thinking that these fish on this pile right here ain't active, and I'm looking around how many of these other docks have got piles out in front of them. We had some bites right off the bat, and that proved to be gar and catfish, and they could have the crappie pushed down so deep inside that pile that you can't get to them to be able to catch them right now. That is always a possibility, because that was a pretty good sized gator gar that came up there a while ago. The long nose, I don't believe is going to eat them crappie that great, at least not one like what we need, but a alligator gar, his mouth's big enough he can get her in there. The one good thing is I have not saw Lamar catch a fish yet. It's fine if it's tough, as long as it's tough for everybody.
There she goes.
No.
About to boat flip a gar and be like, whoops. Come off in the boat and be like, LJ, can you take care of that for me? Oh yeah, sure.
She did everything right. That's why though, she was just long enough.
Oh, be a perch.
Oh, it is. Come on, baby. I can't see it. There it is. Now we on the board.
Now we on the board.
That's a good one too, man.
Yeah.
That is a tank. Oh my God, that was barely hooked.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Barely
I have to
hooked.
give you credit on that, man. You did good.
Man, that dude,
Thank you,
barely.
Lord. At least I got something to weigh in.
Barely.
I don't look like I got skunk.
Oh, there ain't no skunk right there. Woo, I feel good.
Let's see if we can do it again.
Yes, sir. Get back in there. What it is, you can see a little 1/4-inch nylon rope coming down underneath this bottom layer of this dock. And it's reasonable to assume that that is hanging a brush pile to make sure it doesn't get washed out with the rise and fall of the water in here. And you can see from all the brush they've got tied in between them that these people like to catch fish off their dock.
36.5 minutes left. Heard some commotion over there from Jeremy, but they also had 5 or 6 fish in the boat and ended up being 1, so we're not gonna put too much stock in that.
Yeah, I was trying to net that fish and that sun got right in my eyes and I just couldn't see it.
You did a good job, man. I was just waiting for him to flip off. It takes that pressure off so much.
Oh yeah. You know, I love these one fish tournaments because I don't care how good of a fisherman you are, you can be the best that's ever lived and you can still get beat on a one fish showdown like this. Right now, Mike's got a good chance at sending hurt feelings home to Arkansas.
one of them things, you know, Mr. Mike definitely strategized really well, and you know, he knows that there's a few brush piles in here that are holding a few crappie, and so he chose to play the old school game and fish brush piles and soak minnows and compete against him, you know. Even with us having this technology, I mean, when you got a bunch of rough fish like this and there's so many of them buried in here and so few crappie, you really have to be on your game to not write one of the crappie off as a rough fish and drive by him, because you're not seeing that many of them from the first place.
Right.
I shut my eyelids and all I see is dollar signs, man.
Good, that's what I need.
Yes, sir. We on Team Mike right here.
That's right, Team Mike for the W.
A gar is one of the best fish that I've seen on live scope that can actually look perfect and look just like a crappie sitting there when it's sitting still.
Which is so crazy because the shape of them are completely different, but how they return or how they project on the screen.
It's almost like a gar sister, almost like your sister kind of balled up. Like he almost kind of curls itself up, kind of like a snake, you know, in the way they look.
Right.
Because you would think with that gar being so long, when you hit him, you can see his whole length, but you don't. You never see how long that gar is until he actually moves on the bait and then he goes to stretching out. So definitely hard on that end, you know, to weave through them.
30 minutes, 30 minutes, we're halfway there.
LJ, we had to pick up and run them down there, back down the lake. Mr. Mike's brought us to no man's land.
We got to fish the area he designates, though.
Now, I got a lot of friends that are real good anglers, too. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have some company. Which, you know, I ain't taking nothing away from Oreo. He's pretty good. But he's been fishing with me for so long that he can be laying there asleep and I can set the hook and he's up instantly from dead asleep to standing there waiting.
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock, that's right. He can do it. He knows exactly what it feels like when somebody sets the hook.
So Mike is still sitting on his pier. The thing that he does probably best is he's just gonna commit to it. He's got $1,000 in his pocket, so he's not too worried about moving off of it. He's gonna live or die by the spot, and he's not second guessing. And when you don't have live scope, you just go with what you know. And he knows he's caught crappie off that pier.
I don't know, we're 40 minutes in or something like that, and I can't tell you that we've seen one legitimate crappie.
15 minutes and 50 seconds left.
He's played his cards very well, to say the least.
Yeah, we're using active target, but we're getting active disappointment.
Oh, got one.
Oh, the net's out again. Ooh, goodness, son of a biscuit.
Fell off in the net.
Fell off in the net. That is how easy these things are biting.
Mr. Mike is gonna, look like he's gonna try to put it on us.
Praying for a unicorn.
Praying for you right now is definitely a needle in a haystack for sure, because there hasn't been many. Hell, I can't say we've had opportunity yet, honestly.
I'm leaving the biggest one in the water, keep him
Oh,
soaked.
right.
Kind of like my feet.
You all right, you'll be all right. It's for good cause, man. It's for good cause.
Looking good for Mr. Mike. 12 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Yes, you're gonna see a grown man have a tantrum in a little bit.
Even if he does catch one, I think Mike's got a pretty good shot. That big old blackfish.
Yeah, that's gonna be 1.4, 1.5, something like that.
You reckon we'll have to let Lamar borrow a fish to put on the other side of the cold bank?
We could be nice. We could be nice and do that.
We'll make sure it's a little
Give
one.
him the little one, yeah.
Sweet! We're catching some pigs over here. Woo! Wait, does that look like $1,500 to you?
Rubbing it in my face. In my face.
Hey, Lamar, you go home and tell Gene Mike's got the best net man in the business.
I'm gonna tell you what, Mr. Mike has got the best gar fishery in the business for sure.
He's found a lot of gar. I knew he would.
All right, to give y'all a rundown, Lamar doesn't like fishing deep water. That's why it's 40 feet of water right here. We're on the steepest ledge of the channel in this entire Oxbow Lake, and it's full of gar.
Gar, see?
He is a big time live scoper, and those gar around 16 to 18 inches, they look just like 1.25 pounds to 1.5 pounds crappie. So now he's got to weed through all of them. And Mr. Mike ain't got that messing with his head because he don't have it on his boat. The only thing he's using is 2D to find the end of this tree here. And when we swing back around, he put it on one.
Good Lord! 9 minutes, actually 8 minutes, 50 seconds.
He gonna hold on to your money for another almost 9 minutes, Mike.
It's just non-stop gar. Literally non-stop gar. That one was like this, and then turned to take a look at the bait and went like this.
LJ's just over jabbering him jaws. He ain't got a clue what's going on right now.
Yeah, it'd be infinity gar. You'd have trouble counting them because sometimes there's like a dozen on screen at the same time.
Lamar, if it makes you feel any better, he ain't caught a whole lot of fish, but the ones he caught was good ones.
Oh, Mr. Mike set it up. He did just what he's supposed to do.
Strategized.
Brought us down here to the only brush pile in the lake with the only fish on it and sent me out here in the gar hole. I know exactly what he did. It didn't take me long to figure that out.
Shoot. You know, LJ, when I go fishing and I catch a lot of fish and I shut my eyes, all I see is fish. All right, but they're not really there anymore because I'm at home. It's kind of like your money in your pocket. It's not really there anymore. He's taking it home.
We got 5 minutes and 50 seconds to prove that otherwise. But at the end of 5 minutes and 50 seconds, if this man don't put a crappie in the boat, you're going home another $1,500 richer.
There we go.
There you go.
Because so far we got a big old zero. There's nothing in this boat.
We have not seen a crappie from here down there and back.
It's so hard to talk trash to Lamar because he's just so calm and cool and collected.
What we say all the time, y'all pull up on us with the camera boat. If you ain't seen him, you can't catch him. And we have not seen a crappie.
You know what I like about this? LJ's not near as talkative right now.
4 minutes and 40 seconds till this apparent whooping is complete. I said to Lamar, I'm like, Dylan's not gonna feel nearly as bad at the end of this if I lose 1,500. This is like cool as cucumber for Mike. He gets to just sit back. All he's got to bank on is Lamar not catching one in 4 minutes.
Well, you can't never count him out.
That's right. I'm hoping you are correct.
You
can't ever count him out.
He's that good.
2:30.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. The only thing between you and $1,500.
That's right. Come on, baby.
I don't like it that Lamar's going over. He looks like he's on a mission, like he might have found something just now.
I know what he's doing, but he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it to the spot where they're at over in 2 minutes. He's looking fast though. He might make it. He might make it.
1:30. What you think, Lamar? You find one in a minute and a half?
Hell, LJ, I think we've had 58.5 minutes and we ain't seen one. So to find him in the last minute and a half would definitely be meant for us to find one for sure.
That wasn't the response I was looking for, Lamar.
Well, I didn't want to give you
false hope.
Yeah, false hope. I mean, you know, we've only covered about 2.5, 3 miles of water and
1 minute.
Haven't seen one.
He gonna make it over there.
I hate to sell you a dream.
Hey, LJ!
What?
There's a brush pile right there off of that dock. We gotta do something to stop him.
No, you're right. Don't hush.
We gotta do something to stop him.
Don't tell him hush. That's where the fish are.
Where they're at right now, that's Mike's #1 spot. That's where he was planning on going. But when he caught that big one here, he decided to stick around here for a little bit. We're in the final minute, and Lamar has just found that brush pile. This could get interesting.
So good. Yeah, they're in there.
Time's up!
10 seconds. 10 seconds! Oh my God! Keep it in the boat!
Oh my God.
Keep it in the boat!
He just pulled a fish.
Oh yeah! 4, 3, 2, 1! Oh!
That ain't even right.
Did he catch one?
Yeah, did you know? He slung it from one end of the boat to the other.
That is so sick!
Hang it up.
Oh, that's horrible.
I turned and said time's up, and he flung it in. I was just gonna mess with him.
Look at that toad. Look at the back on that crappie. Oh, you beautiful baby, you. You beautiful baby.
Oh, final seconds.
I can't believe you sitting on that freaking last 10 seconds.
Yeah. Last 10 seconds.
All right, here we are, the moment of truth. Lamar clinching it in the last 10 seconds, getting a fish in the boat, and I say clinching it, meaning breaking the big old skunk, the zero, after running 1.5 miles, 2 miles round trip. Mr. Mike's got something in the bag as well. Let's bring him out. Let's see what we got. Ooh, no, 2 good looking fish.
Yeah,
Two pretty black.
That ain't even close.
Cinched.
Yeah, that ain't even close.
There we go.
That ain't even close.
Lamar pulling it out, man. He had me puckering the whole time.
I guarantee it, a couple more seconds and
Yeah.
that would have been real bad.
Mike, fantastic job today, my friend. You did wonderful. You almost, so close, had him beat. Put him out in the middle of nowhere, running back and forth, did not actually put a crappie on the screen until we came back past you to a brush pile that you're actually familiar with.
171.
171, which is gorgeous.
That's what you said.
That's a pretty fish. I mean, that's absolute pretty fish. Mike, I got that.
$1,500 fish, he ain't letting it go.
Yeah. Well, I'm eating that tonight. Oh man, this has been great. This is great.
Mr. Mike, I'll take my hat off to you, brother. You strategize and you cut it to the wire. I promise you that. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good at picking fish out of rough fish, but there ain't a lot of fish in here, and the fish that are here are definitely, the dominant fish look like to be the big blacks, I think so. And big blacks technically hold to the structure, so you played your cards to the T, brother. I promise you that.
Thank you. I'm very happy.
Yeah, ain't no need to hang your head, and I mean, you you cut it down to freaking 9 seconds over there, so I mean, that's about as close as you can cut it. I mean,
well, I just appreciate getting to come out here and fish with y'all. It's just been a real pleasure.
Man, it's been a blast fishing with you, brother. We've had a lot of fun, and you're definitely a character for sure. So,
well, thank you.
That's the end of our challenge, Mr. Michael. Great job. As promised, we've got a 13 and a 15-foot machine and a 13-foot brush buster for you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is the $1,000 for beating Mr. Dylan Gossett. And then Lamar, he was so impressed by your strategy, he's going to throw in $500 of his own money.
Wow.
Extra 500, so 1,500 total, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks to Dylan Gossett, Lamar Bunting, and Jordan Sanders. And for everybody here at Ozark Outdoors, a great show here at Yucatan Landing with a great guest. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one at Lake Pines, Texas.